A blessed Saturday to you, and welcome as we are now in the season of Epiphany. Well, we are getting ready for a bunch of theophanies. That is a fun way to say that God is revealing himself to the world, and this Jesus is doing through the many miracles that we're going to get to look at this upcoming season. So let's see. So to kick off the season of Epiphany, we have up first the baptism of Jesus, which is going to be why the baptismal font is out in front tomorrow. We do have two baptisms coming up on January 26th and February 9th, but tomorrow we are looking at the baptism of Christ. So our readings for tomorrow, we have Isaiah chapter 42, verses 1 through 7. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 26 through 31, Matthew 3, 13 through 17. And I'm going to be preaching on the topic of baptism tomorrow, and I'll draw from the epistle lesson and the gospel lesson, and we'll learn how something which seems so insignificant to the world can accomplish such great things like our salvation. And so we will learn to treasure our baptism and the wonderful gift that God has given to us. In Sunday school tomorrow, the kids are going to be learning more about the Old Testament patriarchs. Those are the father figures from which the nation of Israel comes. They were looking at Joseph last week and finding out about his exciting life, and they'll be learning more tomorrow morning. So they'll be starting at 8:45. Please be sure to have them there, so that way they can learn about these events within history that all point ahead to Jesus. Then in Bible study, we have reached chapter 15 in the Gospel of Mark, and Jesus has just been betrayed and put on trial, and the Jews were unable to convict Jesus, and so Jesus finally had to tell them who he was, and they condemned him for it. But tomorrow he's going to stand before Pilate, and we'll learn more about his crucifixion. Now some notable announcements. Our annual reports are due tomorrow, so please be sure to get them in if you are part of a committee or a group that has a report to give. Offering envelopes and newsletters are available for the new year, and so please be sure to check your mailboxes. And then next week, on January 19th, the annual voters meeting is coming up. Please be sure to be in attendance for it. That is where we set the budget for the year, and we have kind of a big ticket item on the agenda for next week as well, because our copier at the church office will no longer receive a service agreement from where we've been getting it before. They have trouble getting the parts to repair it and to make it work. And so we need to look at getting a new copier. This last one lasted us for many years. But if it breaks, we're going to have trouble printing newsletters, bulletins, and the like. So let's see. And then pizza making is coming up on February 22nd. Please be sure to sign up in the fellowship hall. We have order forms in your bulletin, and if you need more, please be sure to let us know as you take them out and share them with others. And then the other thing is my pastor's class is starting on January 18th. That class is going to be on a Saturday morning from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m., and we are going to be going through kind of the bedrock of Christian teaching. We start off next week at the very beginning of faith. Is there a God? How do you know which God it is? And where do you find the answers that you need, right? Where has God revealed himself so that you can know what you believe is true? So we'll take a look at that next week at 9:30. And if you know somebody who is looking for a church in the area, or if you yourself are just curious to learn more, come on by the class. All right, well, thanks so much. You guys have a blessed Saturday, and God willing, I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye.